Hi Sarah. Just try and answer your question this way. If you go into your course and then if you go to Control Panel and then you go to the full grade center initially. If you want to see what students can see, the easiest way is to go into this Manage menu, go to Smart Views, and then if you scroll down, you should have a smart view called Preview of My Grades. And if you click on that, that will give you a quick overview of the columns that students can currently see. And then if you want to hide a column from students, so for example, if you didn't want them to see this world history test, if you don't want them to see their score for that, you use the double down arrows here, and we're going to edit column information. And down here at the very bottom, there's a few options here associated with this column, and one of those options is to show this column to students. So what we want to do there is turn it off and say no, we don't want them to see that result, and then click submit. Okay, so now when I look at my Grade Center preview of my grades, which is just the columns that students can see, that column's now gone. Now if you want them to provide a column that shows them pass, credit, etc., you can do that by just creating a column and entering those grades in manually. So if you use the create column option there, you can do that. Or I'm just going to go back to full grade center for a minute. Or you can create a calculated column. So something, it might be something that's weighted, or it might just be a total column, or it's an average of the grades. So depending on which one of those you're using to calculate the grade, we'll go with a weighted column. And I'll give it a name here. Final grade. And then here in the primary display, what we want to give them is a letter grade rather than a percentage or a number. We just want to give them a letter grade. And then I use the box here to select the columns I want to use to calculate their letter grade. So I'm going to use the world history assignment 1. I might use all of them. Okay. And calculators are running total, so you can see this sentence here says it only will include items that have attempts. So that way, if students have, say, got a HD for their first assessment item, but they haven't completed any of the other assessment items yet, it will still show their grade, their current grade, as a HD rather than as an F because of the weightings. And we will show this one to students, which is ticked by default, but we'll retain that because we want them to see their final grade. Just for this, I'll just say OK. Okay, so we should have created that column. I think I might have made a mistake. Just go back in and check it. Oh, sorry, I didn't fill in the percentage that each of those assessment items is worth. So I'm going to make them each worth 25% and then submit, and hopefully it should work now. So you can see now I've got a column here that's called final grade, and it's put a letter, distinction, credit, high distinction, depending on the total of those columns that I've chosen. Okay, hope that helps.